Alright guys, welcome back to the channel.
Achuta, 뭔가 군비스돌비 기구구였나. 동 바투가스 막딜리아. 뭔가 디호 동가 군 헝가비. 원어 군베스 징 발라몰레 통킹바 누노닥. 독닝 셔투군네 물레라베스. 무주샥 바칸타. 기노노 나마파올레 라치군. 다 공주 스탁 미키 그라블 모고 같이 주이다 모동가 돌보방크 원래 오간다 나루 추추트 모그샤 본가 몰라와나 찍네 아물레 슬리모 포다다라 난가 쿰비스 물레 라베스 제도 봐도 와나 니디보보 동나 붕샤 누누냐 동바두카시 막 달래야 론다 디호 동가 군 헝가비 원어 군베스 징 발라몰레 통킹바 누노닥 독닝 셔투군네 물레라베스 카치군 이다하동가 예킹군 오빠 물레라치군 스리모포도나 룬디어둥가 구훈가베 통하이트웜 주지 좀룸파 니타포에 티키토 돌바다 봉과레어 간도나 추추트 같이 주이다 돈동가 유말리다 꾸떠둔 지라물라네 니두보보 뭔가 쿰비스장 바 물레라 뭔가 디호동가 군헝가비 원어 쿰베스 징 발라물레 통킹바 누노닥 독닝 셔투군네 물레라베스 카치군 이다하동가 예킹군 오빠 물레라치군 스리모포도나 룬디호동가 구훈가베 룬다 디호동가 군헝가비 원어 군베스 징 발라물레 통킹바 누노닥 독닝 셔투군네 물레라베스 카치군 이다하동가 예킹군 오빠 물레라치군 스리모포도나 룬디호동가 구훈가베 룬다 디호동가 군헝가비 원어 군베스 징 발라물레 통킹바 누노닥 독닝 셔투군네 물레라베스 카치군 이다하동가 예킹군 오빠 물레라치군 스리모포도나 룬디호동가 구훈가베 론다 디호동가 군헝가비 원어 군베스 징 발라몰레 통킹바 누노닥 독닝 셔투군네 물레라베스 무주샥 바칸타 기노노 나마파올레 라치군
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here. Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me? Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, There. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Tatooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder, Rickard Lusoff, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriars are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calfhounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calfhounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Akupa Chekopa? Gino Mulira Kempaija, Slimapo Duama? Runda di Hotonga kun Hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule, tunking ba nunotek, tugning chatukune mulerabes. Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonqualea gandonan chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Wonga kumbis jang ba mulera. Kachi kun ita. Ta kumjus tak miki grabulmogo. Kachi chu ita bodunga. Dolpa bank. Wale ogan runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba no kachi kun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulerachi.
How can I be of further assistance? Well, actually, I didn't see anything. I was over across the bridge. I heard a shot and came over. I can tell you I was sure surprised to see Calder's body lying there. I just got here when I saw Rickard coming out of the rocks holding his blaster. I was terrified. I had no idea what he was going to do, so I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave. Master Baluk came out here with his droid and started questioning us. I think he really doesn't understand what's going on. I hope that you'll be able to make a more informed decision and get me out of here soon. I have things I have to do. How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. So, what do you want to know? Well, I was out hunting Irias south of here, and I saw one over by the bridge. The sun was pretty much right behind it, though. so I couldn't see it none too clearly. I shot, and when I came over here, I found Handon standing over the body, holding his side. There wasn't an Erie as in sight. I think he might have taken it. Calder must have been hunting it himself, because there was a rifle lying close to the body. Bullock's got that now. Mine too. I want that back. Right.
Ita nandayata. Wata yuma wama huhu nandakte. Shatuni patoga.
Is there any other information you need? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information? Very well.
Hakupo. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun be ta kun just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadara nanga kumbist mule rabes. Jedubado wana ni dibobo. Tong na bungsha nununya. Tong patukashmak talea. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Tol muchashak pakat. Kiye no namapaole rachikun. Akupa cheko. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Onga kumbis jang ba mulera. Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Ba mule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mulera best. Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Mucho shak pakat. Kiye no namapaole rachikun.
Is there any other The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettick and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Garrow spaceport, there have been news of violent drunken activity in the cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettick about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut. A hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Akupa chekopa. Gino muliraking. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Ronda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukun ne mulerabes. Akupa chekopa. Gino mulira king paija. Slimo podwama. Ta kumjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadada nanga kumbist mule rabes. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno pa mule rachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Mucho shat pakat. Kie no nama paole rachikun.
Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Reddick. Is there
Okay,
any
sorry
other
guys.
information
That
you
was already.
need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything,
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Echani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Echanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. So, what do you want to know? Right.
how can I be of further assistance? Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. Oh my. I hope you don't find that incriminating. You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Neddick, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife. Right under my nose, no less.
Well, if you can't keep her, it's your own fault.
But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Akupa Chekopa? Gino Mulera Kimpaija Kislimu Poduama? Akupa Chekopa? Gino Mulera Kimpaija Kislimu Poduama? Ronda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Takumjus takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Bamule slimo. Ronda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nuno.
Is there any other I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will...
Akupa Chekopa? Ronda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Kachikun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulerachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Mucho shak pakat. Kiyeno no namapaole rachikun.
How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know? Well, kind of sprained my... Right.
Is there any other information you need? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Ako pa, Chip. Tong abong siya ninang wanga kumbis keng balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idadwana. Kava Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Ako pa, Cheko pa. Gino mulera kempaija kislimo po duama? Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jeda ba dawana ni di bobo? Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukas magtalea. Ta kung just takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale o ganda naru chuchut. Moga siya pongka bola wana chikne. Pamule slimo podadada nanga kumbis mule rabes. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mule rabes. Tong abong siya ninang wanga kumbis keng balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idadwana. Kavavolpa mulji gumana? Ta kung just takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale o ganda naru chuchut. Moga siya pongka bola wana chikne. Pamule slimo podadada nanga kumbis mule rabes. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamule rachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbis ba mulera.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
Ta kung just takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. 돌바방k wale oganda naru chuchut. Mole siya pongka bola wana chikne. Wamule slimo podadada nanga kumbist mule rabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mule ra chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chila mulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbis ba mulera.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Achuta. Wonga kumbis dolpi kikuyana. Dong patugas maktelea.
Small little test. Interesting. I wonder what a big test would be. And that's where we gotta go right there. But before we do, I want to go up here.
What?
What?
Down you go!
Just give him that.
Down you go! Let's go!
Yes?
What?
What? What?
I will be your doom! You are strong. Stronger than me, even in my darkness. I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine. When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought. Yes, I struck her down in the middle of training, consumed by my anger, embracing the power of hate. But It was not enough. What is it you want? Why do you bother me? Talk. You who have beaten me so easily just want to talk? I do not believe it. Kill me now while you still have the power. Not anger. Peace. Yet even with your naive attitude, you managed to beat me. I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been. I seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me. If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. How can the Council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable. If I show them I am free of passion, that I am serene, that I am willing to forsake the dark side, and maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done? I thank you, Master Jedi. I will return to the Council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
If you do not have the persuasion skill, I wanted to show off that you can turn away from the dark side if you do not have the persuasion, and that's why I didn't use any of my persuasion skill that I have or had. So they keep respawning this one here.
How'd you like that?
I'm gonna end the video here, guys. I'll catch up with you when we get back to the Jedi Enclave to turn in these quests and see what it's all about. But other than that, guys, do consider subscribing, and if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them down below in the video. Otherwise, guys, I will see you next time, and have a great day. Thanks.